What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back another video on the channel, and today we have bar food up. I don't know much about this place other than I was looking on the internet for different foods within the area, and when I saw this menu, I said the food looks really good. I have to give this a shot. This place is known as, and there's the bag right here, in case you were wondering, with the information on it, Sidebar. It is located in Hackensack, New Jersey, and on Google has a 4.6 rating out of 125 ratings, but the menu just looked really good. Now, if you're new to the channel, you might not know this, but I am a sucker for different wings, so I got two different kinds of wings, two sandwiches, and an appetizer, and that is what is on the agenda today. Everything is still in the containers because the way that it's set up, I just figured we would go through and do each one. Drop a thumbs up. You guys already know the vibes. I'm not gonna waste y'all time, man. Let's get into this. Y'all know I love my wings, so I am going to start with the wings in the middle. I love the fact they got everything labeled on here so I know what's what. Can y'all read that? Yes, you can. It says pineapple habanero. Sounds like a W flavor to me, so let's give these a shot. Here we go. Let's open these bad boys up. Big wings, Mondo wings. The smell is definitely there. That is what they look like on the inside. I'm not gonna waste y'all time, man. Let's give this a shot. You know what? Let's just make sure that sometimes the sauce will settle on the drive. Again, I don't live far from Hackensack, so it shouldn't be a question of whether these are still hot or fresh. Open up. There we go. That's much better. See the sauce difference? That's what I'm looking for. All right, let's give these a shot. I'm gonna go right in for this one right here. Big old Mondo wing. Hold on a second. There's definitely a citrusy pineapple kind of kick on here. And then comes the spice of the habanero. When I hear habanero, I'm expecting something that's like really, really spicy. And these aren't really spicy at all. This is one of those things that, I don't know if this is a wing preference, but the expectation in my head didn't really hit what this was on my palate. Again, it's not like it doesn't taste like pineapple or habanero. The flavor that I'm getting is more of just like regular pineapple juice with a little bit of a habanero to it. And let me see if I can grab one of these from over here. Let me even get you a flat because I love y'all. Here we go. Let's get the flat. There you go. I'm trying to coat this bad boy. So this one has a little bit more on it. Let's see. I'm getting a little bit more of the habanero here. It just gives you a little spicy kick towards the end. But given this against, and again, I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to be rude when I say these things. I'm just trying to give you an honest take of what I thought when I tried the wing. With that being said, compared to what was in my head and different kinds of wings in this flavor way that I've had before, the flavor of the intensity of it is just not all there. I would give this a 6 out of 10. I always feel bad when I'm not like floored by something, but again, I always have to give my honest opinion. I don't mean it to be rude towards anybody. This is just constructive from someone who is not a food professional, just a guy who likes food. But with that being said, let's get into part 2 of this. We're going to try these. Again, I love the fact that they labeled this. Everything looks good. Wings. We got chili lime wings this time. Another thing that I just love the sound of that flavor. Okay, these look like they got a little more something to them. Let me get in. There we go. So there you go. Come on, work with me here. I'm gonna get in again. We're gonna roll this bad boy around. We're gonna get in. Okay, here we go, right there. This is better. These I like a little more. The lime kick on this is much more than I got from the pineapple in the first one. These are good. And chili lime is one of those flavors that's relatively common, so I kind of have a little bit more of a basis to go off of The cook on the wings is good. Personally, though, I do prefer a little bit more of a well done with a crispiness, but usually that's something you have to ask for when you're going to a new place that serves wings. This one, it's still subtle, but it's a lot stronger than the other one, and it is balanced. I get a good amount of that citrusy lime, plus that chili flavor that I would want in this. This I can work with. I'll come back for these. I'll definitely come back for these. We're gonna try one more. Let me get a flat. We're gonna try to do drums and flats because a lot of people like flats better than drums, so y'all can at least get a look at it. These I like, man. They're even growing on me more as I eat them. You can tell none of the sauces come from a bottle or anything like that. Everything seems like the ingredients are fresh, and that's a credit. You don't want to go somewhere that is saying that they're giving you, chef, and you can tell the chef made these because of how the flavor comes across. Again, I've had wings from people or places in the past that it just tastes like you got it from like Walmart or some sort of wing sauce. This is none of that. Let me make myself clear. These I like, man. I'm here for them. This would definitely be my preference. The pineapple habanero, excuse me, let me wipe my mouth for a second. Y'all know a couple videos ago I had a little on the side of my mouth the whole time, and I'm watching it in post-production, and I'm going, damn, somebody gonna flame me for this. So I flamed myself beforehand. But I can get into these for real. I would give these an 8 out of 10. These are good. Next up, we have chicken and lemongrass pot stickers. This just sounded way too interesting to not want to pass up. Ooh, okay. Again, everything here seems scratch made, and you love to see that. It comes with a citrus ponzu sauce. Let me move this off to the side before I spill it all over the place, but let me get in here for these pot stickers and see what's going on. Okay, here we go. Boom. Please be crispy, please be crispy, please be crispy. I'll be talking to myself. Is that corn? That is corn. That is interesting. I mean that in a good way. Flavor of lemongrass is different for people who may not know than lemon. It's got like this florally kind of taste, and it almost tastes like a mix between a lemon with like a ginger kind of vibe. Let's try this citrus sauce here, though. That's good. Yeah, good. Oh, that's really good. This sauce goes so well with these dumplings. Really, really nice. Not overly bold citrus flavor to this. And what is interesting is, I'm going to see, and if I show you a bit and piece, it's for a reason. Of course, I'm not going to, there you go. See if I can find one. So yeah. There is corn in here, which gives it a little bit of sweetness to go with that citrus. And the skin is still nice and crispy. With our ponzu sauce, I think I might have found our first keeper. This one's a keeper. I am a fan. You know how you know I'm a fan? Look at my posture. I don't know why I'm leaning to one side, but that usually means a good thing. Also, because I got to get one more of these. The chicken is like a shredded chicken, but formed into something that you can put into the dumpling. This sauce is crazy. Oh, man. Ooh. Yeah, that's the keeper right here. This is really the one so far. I'll give this a 9 out of 10. Now left we have our sandwiches, 2 different sandwiches. I'm gonna start with the burger because again, the menu and the way it sounds just sounds so good. I just went, okay, so this is called a side burger. So I'm guessing this is like their flagship, but let me take this out. It does come with fries in here, but I'm gonna take this burger out. So this is their side burger, and what is in here, I will tell you. We have beer cheese, sauteed onions, bacon, and their house barbecue sauce, so a scratch-made barbecue sauce. All right, Nice brioche bun, grilled. You love to see that. That burger was so juicy, it damn near melted. It's juicy. It's really juicy. Nice big, thick pieces of bacon. The sauteed onions with the barbecue is always a W combo. Adds a nice little bit of sweetness to that. But what is, let me get one. Burger's just salt, pepper. It's not over seasoned, but it is such a good, nice. I'm guessing that this is chuck by how juicy that it is. Good. And that beer cheese, you get little notes of that hoppy kind of beer flavor, but you can see it right there. Adds a nice cheesy element to go with the smokiness of it, with the bacon. And I keep saying this burger's juicy. Let me wipe my mouth because I felt that one. But I cannot reiterate again how juicy this thing is. And I mean that in a good way. No, good burger. For sure. We'll get that again. Let's try one of these fries. They look hand cut. Still crispy. Not overdoing it, just a little salt, a little bit of pepper. That is solid. I like that burger a lot. I would give that an 8.8 out of 10. I had a lot of stuff to go through, so I've kind of just been clearing it off because the boxes, I don't want it too cluttered. But this is the last one. This is the short rib sandwich. Let me take this bad boy out. Like a good short rib. See what's going on. Let's open this bad boy. Oh, it's a lot of cheese on here, so it might be stuck together. But inside, we have cheddar. We have sauteed onions, a horseradish cream. We're right on the top. We'd like to see that. I love horseradish, and it's a toasted brioche. Again, all right, come on, short rib. Let's see what you got. Again, you know they're not skimping when you get, I just dropped the onion. When you're getting short rib that looks like that. The short rib's still juicy, and I like the toasted brioche and the sweetness from the sauteed onions. The one thing that I would say I have a gripe about, there's coming in there. I didn't get the horseradish a lot in that first bite, but by the second bite, I am getting it. That thing is juicy as hell. And that's what's really bringing it up. It reminds me of almost like a prime rib, how I'm tasting it with the horseradish. And I love that combo with the toasted brioche. This is pretty good. And then, of course, tons and tons of cheddar cheese on here, just a bite. Yeah. I think that with their burgers and their short rib, they're kind of just allowing the quality of the actual proteins that you get to shine through. They're not as seasoned as like a personal preference, but it's more of just like a salt pepper thing with the sauces and everything else on it. The thought process more than likely was they don't want to do too much to that because then it would clash with all the other flavors on there. Good choice of the brioche. I would get that one again. I give this a 7.5 out of 10. I kind of said this yesterday. I've just been a little exhausted because I've been under the weather for the last couple of days. Again, it's not going to be something that's going to have me out of commission. I feel much better than I did yesterday, but it's one of those things where I'm trying to pause, load manage what I'm doing because I don't want to not put out videos, and I'm still hungry. I'm just a little tired. So I do apologize if my energy doesn't seem like it normally did. I'm good. I'm just trying to conserve my energy. I'll be fine in a day. The food here, I think, is good. And I will say, again, it's always something that I have to be honest about with when you're taking food that's like this to go, it's going to be sitting in those boxes. So it might not have the same effect that it would if you were eating in the restaurant. I'm the first person to admit that. Eating in restaurants for me has always been like tough. And because it's nighttime, I can't eat in my car because it gets too dark outside. And then the video just looks completely washed out. But I'm going to try to get to more restaurants in the near future. It's just one of those things that I do have a full-time job other than this. So I'm just getting out of work, finished my workout, hopped in the shower, picked up the food, and away we go. I think the food here is pretty good. I would order a lot of this again. Price-wise, everything was in that like $10 to $16 range when you're getting the sandwiches. The wings were 13 and the pot stickers were 8. So not crazy price for what you do get. The food quality was there. I do think it would be a little bit better in the restaurant. So I don't want anybody to think so. If you are someone that's in the area, it's always nice to try places like this. You might have a different experience than I did, but overall it's a place that I would eat at again. So I don't want anybody to think again, just because I'm not handing out extremely high ratings, it doesn't mean that the food is bad at all. I do think that there is room for improvement, but I'm not a professional. Those are the professionals. I'm just a guy who likes food. But I'm gonna go. I do appreciate everybody's support. You know, again, like I said, I'm just exhausted. So I apologize. My energy is like sometimes it's not like a thing where it's other than just the fact that like I'm trying to stay awake. But we will be back tomorrow. More content, man. I love y'all. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.